and Kennel. No listening to Velvet Radio.
Hope lives here. Spirit 94.3.
And it's only 7:59, and boy, I wish I could say I'm feeling fine. We are feeling fine.
We're
Jason.
feeling fine.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Welcome in, everybody. You know why we're feeling fine? Because it is a tactical Tuesday.
It's a little weird sitting in Rob's chair.
Well, we don't even have you on the video yet, man. Let's do this. Let's. Okay, here I am. Good morning, everybody. And then
Rob's pushing the buttons.
Oh, and I'm so lonely because this morning my buddy's over there by himself. But here they are, both of them. Steph, Vallie joining us. Jason, Thompson. Good morning, friends. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Hey, we're blessed. We got out of bed this morning.
Oh,
Hey, blessed in so many ways.
that's right. What is the old phrase? Blessed to be stressed.
Well, I don't believe I've heard that one, but I can go with it.
You know what, man? We're supposed to give thanks in all circumstances, and
Yes, we are.
And you know what, Steph and Jason, is we get so wrapped up in our own little bubble, and we get wrapped up in the walls sometimes. Now, there are people listening right now that are literally in the walls, and you're wrapped up in the walls, brothers. I get it, man. And so I get it. Y'all are wrapped up in the walls. But if we're outside of the walls unit and we're inside of our walls here in a building like this, we don't see things around us sometimes. And the other day, because I've been sitting over here, it's just easier for me to produce over here. It really is. We have all of our equipment set up over here on this side, and it just makes things a whole lot easier.
Yeah, he can push the buttons. He can make the funny sounds and do all that since we don't have the mosh pit anymore.
Yeah, well, hopefully he'll be back. That's a whole nother thing because I was telling you earlier, it's like everything sometimes is like held on by a thread, and that is the thread. Here's a new term I'm going to call it: the thread of faith.
The thread of faith.
I always like to say blind faith. You have to have blind faith in your life and everybody else's.
Well, I'm telling you, it's like a rope. When there's a rope and there's all that fiber on that rope and that rope isn't tattered and torn, you trust that rope fully.
Well, most of the time, if it's big enough, I'm a big dude.
But when you get down to that one little strand of rope left,
yeah,
And some days I wake up feeling like, boy, there's just that one little strand left. But
somebody's rubbing on it with some sandpaper.
That's it, brother. But you know what? That is the strand of faith. That's the one that's going to hold you together and bring the rope back.
Sometimes that rope needs to snap where you'll move on.
Yeah.
And get in a different direction.
Yeah, well, I can't have my rope, Steph. Now I get it, but I can't. The rope that I'm talking, I can't have that thing snap. We've been blessed to do too much here, and that rope is gonna come back together. So
yeah,
it's just stretching out a little bit.
Yeah, it's stretching out. But here's the whole thing. So as I was talking about, we get wrapped up in these walls, literally in a building. Steph, you're in a building. Jason, you're in a building. I'm in a building. We're in buildings all day long. Sometimes we just need to open a window and take a peek outside and be reminded how nice everything is that's around us and the things that are nice in front of us. Here we are together, 3 friends together.
3 friends.
And it's nice to be around friends, to lift each other up. And as I look out this window, normally I'm sitting at that table, so I don't have access to open a window while I'm doing stuff. But
well, you just be off the camera.
But yeah, and I looked out this window the other morning, Jason, and I opened a window yesterday, and I said, man, those are sure some beautiful vines out there and plants and all that. And then part of the sun yesterday afternoon was coming through the window here. And it just reminded me that everything in our world is actually okay. We just have to get away from the stuff and the things that draw us away from creation. And sure, we're around all these things and people created, but man, there's something about nature that just brings you in. The goodness of the Lord shines through that window in nature. And so I want to encourage people today to pause, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Even if it's just for 30 seconds. Pause.
No, 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Actually, 5 hours would be nice, Steph, if we could do that.
Yes, it would.
But just pause and be reminded of all the good things. We were in a staff retreat yesterday, and we'll be in another one here at first on Wednesday. And part of the retreat, that we went to this conference over the weekend up in Colleyville.
Okay.
And it was really cool. It was a gathering of a couple hundred churches in this one church. You know, if you got a church that you can host 100 other churches, you got a pretty big church.
That's a pretty big church, brother.
And so now it wasn't everybody in those. It was the leaders and volunteers and things. So there's a couple thousand people at this conference. It was really neat. But they had breakout sessions, 4 sessions. So 1 session per hour. And it wasn't this huge, long, drawn out weekend. It was just a Saturday. You go and they had they had an opening session at 9 a.m. and then you had your 4 sessions, 1 at 10, 1 at 11. You break for lunch, and then 1 at 1 and 1 at 2.
And then you come home.
And it was up in Dallas area. And it was really neat because you think about in any organization, including a church, there's many facets to that organization. There's accounting, there's security, there's leadership, there's everything you can think of. And that's why I like working in the ministry, because there's so many different avenues of ministry and there's so many different things that are involved in a church that encompasses stuff just like a business. I thought that was our sounder. I was like, oh, we got a new sound over here. I like it. It was giving me
it's a phone call, brother.
It's giving me theme music in the background.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. It just add some character.
But it was great. We were all sharing what we learned yesterday. Well, half of us, the other half will share on Wednesday. And someone had shared about there's a verse, be still and know that I am God. Mm-hmm. And Pastor Jason, our pastor here at first, was talking about saying, no, we just need to be still. And he said that this guy, the way that he said he goes into like a 5-minute, kind of quiet time. And he'll always start with that phrase in his mind. He'll say, be still and know that I am God. And then he'll say, be still and know that I am. And then he'll say, and be still and know. And then he'll say, be still. And then he'll say, be. Mm-hmm. And there was something to every one of those phrases.
Oh, really?
But it just helps you become mindful and to clear out all the distraction in your life. And so maybe this morning, maybe that's the inspiration of the word this morning, that there's a lot of noise going on in your brain. There's a lot of things going on in your life. Friend, just take a moment to pause and clear out all the distractions, all the worries, all the anxieties. Jason and I were talking before Steph got here. I'm glad she didn't come in on us because, boy, it was Debbie Downer. Old Debbie was over here. She just wasn't eating her shortbread cake. She was being down this morning.
Yeah, it was Big Deborah down day.
It was Big Deborah today. But all of those things are still going to be there, whether we choose to be quiet or not. But when we're quiet for a moment, it helps us have a little bit more gratitude and be a little bit more thankful for everything else that's going on. And so that's the word this morning. That's all. We're done with the show. No, I'm just kidding. We're not done. But anyways, hey, we do want to welcome you in. Thanks for hanging out with us here as we are rolling on another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. Do us a favor and comment in. And please share our Facebook link that has YouTube. We are still in Facebook jail. There does not seem to be any end in sight with this Facebook debacle. I can't reach a human over there. What they blocked us for was totally absurd. And they ought to be ashamed of themselves, to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. I don't get grouchy on this show, but I'm going to be honest. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. Their technology completely got it wrong. We were sharing a story about a little girl who has hydrocephalus. You're born with it. It's a terrible rare genetic disorder that you're born with. Mm-hmm. There's no cure for it. Usually you don't live to be over a year old. This little girl's been alive now, praise the Lord, 3 years, and she's going strong. And Hasbro, the toy company, has something called Toddler of the Year. Mm-hmm. And this is my friend Chris's adopted daughter, and they adopted her when she was just a little baby. And we're sharing it because she was a Final Four candidate or Final Two or something for Hasbro's Toddler of the Year, where they award $25,000. They allow her to be in a parade, a major national parade, all this cool stuff. And Chris said this is going to raise so much awareness for her condition. Mm-hmm. And then Facebook's algorithm gets it wrong. They go through and they wipe out every post that we've made over the last month about that precious little angel. And they say that it's a cybersecurity threat. And then they ban us from going live. They ban us from running ads, and they ban our monetization.
Did they give you a time frame?
Yeah, 30 days, and then they'll reevaluate it. And I have reached out as much as I can to any human over there. Well, you ain't getting a hold of no human. It's Meta, the metaverse. And Facebook, if you're listening this morning, which you're probably not, because you ain't, but I'm just going to say it one more. You ought to be ashamed of yourself for stopping. There's so much other stuff that I see on Facebook that's terrible.
Oh, there's plenty that the algorithm allows through there that most of us probably don't want to see. And most of us are adults, and we can easily scroll past it without making a big fuss. So I don't get it.
There are things that I've been on Facebook showing my little girl a picture of, hey, here's cousin, here's aunt, whatever. And then in the middle of it, some nasty ad pops up with nudity.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like I report that.
Full on nudity.
And I'm sitting there thinking your algorithm misses that. Mm-hmm. But you're banning me for sharing about a little girl who is an amazing little girl. And everyone is rallying behind her to win this award.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Zuck, bro, you need to get back into your business and get it right.
Yeah. Something needs to change. Because
I know you ain't there on a day-to-day basis really putting your foot down on some things. So I guess, when you get to that level, Steph, you're on cruise control.
Maybe.
It's like the old F-150, my old red that I had. 1989 F-150. You just put it up, and it's that cruise control where it kind of jerks around a little bit. It's not the smooth adaptive,
not that adaptive electronically controlled. It's that old manual one when you get that little spurt of bad gas. Or, kind of jerk you a little bit. Yeah,
that's the cruise control I grew up with stuff. So, well, hey, welcome in everybody. I don't know what we're talking about.
At least you had
cruise control.
Hey,
we didn't have cruise control.
I didn't own a vehicle until I was probably close to 30 that came standard with cruise control. Now you could add it. Now I had a truck that I added it to, but man, it worked when it wanted to.
One of the dumbest features of that truck that still to this day made no sense to me was the dual gas tank.
And well, that was when gas was a lot less expensive.
I guess you could load up, you know. because you'd flip the switch. I mean, I think it had 2 25-gallon tanks in that bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you were just waiting for a disaster in that scenario. I mean, that you should not be driving around a consumer grade vehicle. Now, commercial, that's different. But you should
with 50 gallons of
50
gas.
gallons of gas in a consumer grade truck. You're just waiting on something to happen. And I'm sure it did. That'll be, this is why we need Josh back so we can have some research.
But if you think about it, you go back to that era, we didn't have, a gas station on every corner either. There might be 2 or 3 in this town. And then, if you're driving, you're on a road trip. I mean, think about it. And you miss that gas station, it might be 300 or 400 miles before you get to the next one. You might need that tank of gas.
You might. And here's something else. How many remember back in the day when you were going down the interstate and you played a little game with your brothers and your sisters and your mama and your daddy, and it was called Count the 18-wheelers on the way to grandma's house?
Oh, we played games like that, or the alphabet game, or slug bug, or we played a game called Purple Car. So it was kind of like slug bug, but we had to go with purple cars instead of Volkswagen Beetles.
I remember going all the way to Pearsall from Austin area. That was a Pearsall south of San Antonio, and that was about a 3-hour drive. And we would count maybe, I'm not making it, maybe at most 10, 18-wheelers back then on I-35. And now you'll count 10 in a minute.
If it even takes you a minute.
And then in 50 years from now, when none of us are here, well, I don't know.
Definitely won't be here in 50 years.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
I'd be 100. I don't think that's going to happen.
The game is going to be count the drones in the sky dropping items, in 50 years. So, well, hey, we do want to welcome all of you. Let us know you're out there. Do us a favor, comment in. We always love to hear from you. It is a terrific Tactical Tuesday here on Good Morning Huntsville as we are inching ever closer to episode number 800. Let us know you're there. You can comment in on the YouTube feed. You can also text us at 936-339-0139. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. Let us know you're out there today. As always, underwriting support for this program is made possible in part by Elliott's Jewelers online. Schedule the appointment online at elliotsjewelers.com. Also, our friends at Huntsville Memorial Hospital for healthcare in Walker County, right off I-45. Their website is huntsvillememorial.com. And of course, here on this Tactical Tuesday, a big thank you to our underwriters at Guardian Defense, all things personal safety. Their website, guardiandefensellc.com. Let's take a break because Steph Vallie is here, and we want to talk about some dogs when we come back. Now, people are saying, what are y'all talking about dogs for? Hey, Steph, people are getting ready to go back to school.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Dogs need a little preparation as well, right?
They need to go to doggy daycare, just like their children are going back to school.
Well, we got an educational piece coming up for you when we come back. It's the dog whisperer of Huntsville. Steph Vallie is here, and we're going to talk dogs when we come back. Man and woman's best friend. We'll talk about it when we come back here. Stay with us. It's your morning show. It's Good Morning Huntsville here on Spirit 94.3. We'll stay on the radio for this segment, so hang out with us.
Every day, correctional officers and staff across Huntsville walk into demanding jobs most of us will never fully understand. They work long hours, carry tremendous responsibility, and help protect their units and our community. Today, take a moment to pray for their safety, strength, wisdom, and families. To every TDCJ employee listening, your work is seen, your service matters, and Huntsville is grateful for you. A community message from Spirit 94.3.
Pastor Wade Phillips here, Waverly Station Cowboy Fellowship. Loving your neighbor doesn't always require a grand gesture. Sometimes it's checking on someone who lives alone, helping carry groceries, sharing a meal, or simply taking time to listen. Small acts of kindness can change the atmosphere of an entire community. Let's be the kind of people who notice one another, serve one another, and pray for one another. Huntsville, let's love our neighbors well. A community message from Spirit 94.3.
Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville, KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
Morning, everyone. Josh Mashi here with a quick Huntsville area weather update for this Tuesday. Today should bring patchy fog with highs in the low 70s, around 75. Tonight, mostly clear with lows in the mid 70s, right around 98. For Tuesday night, expect mostly clear and a high near 76. Might want to keep some water handy today. Take care out there.
Making disciples of all nations from here to the world. Spirit 94.3.
All right. There you go. You're probably wondering, boy, how was Josh here doing the weather? Well, there's ways to do just about anything nowadays with technology. And we have Josh working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week now on our weather updates. So you'll hear Josh Mashi even at 3 a.m. Jason.
You got Josh up at 3 to go live for weather report?
Yeah, he goes live every single hour now.
Wow.
Courtesy of a program called Cursor that you can program and do cool things with, and courtesy of something called Python, and courtesy of something called 11 Labs, you can put people's voice into it. And then I wrote a script that will automatically connect to the National Weather Service and tell us what's going on. And I mean, listen at this real quick. I know I played it just now, but I want y'all to hear this real quick. Like, just listen at this again, because you would think I'm giving away secrets. You're not supposed to do this in radio, but I'm transparent. So this is.
Morning, everyone. Josh Mashi here with a quick Huntsville area weather update for this
Josh.
Tuesday. Today should bring patchy fog with highs in the low 70s, around 75. Tonight, mostly clear with lows in the mid 70s.
You can tell it's a little bit
right
off,
around
though. Listen at the
98.
end.
For Tuesday night, expect mostly clear and a high near 76. Might want to keep some water handy today. Take care out there.
You don't even notice, do you?
Yeah, but the only thing that was confusing, I don't know if there was a glitch in there, but it said our high was going to be 76 is what I heard.
No. Low. It was low. 90. It was in the 90s.
Was it?
That's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's not what I heard.
That's not what I heard.
I heard the lows and the highs to be about the same.
Oh.
On it.
Oh. I'm looking at the actual script right here.
So you typed it wrong.
No. It's I'm reading the script. Hey everyone, Josh Mashi here with a quick Huntsville weather update for this Tuesday. Today should bring patchy fog with highs in the low 70s.
Yeah, that's what isn't that what I?
Yeah.
In the lows tonight about 76, and I'm going, man, it's like 76 right now,
Yeah.
and the
Probably
sun's
hotter.
barely up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to rewrite the script because, okay. And I just dug myself into a hole. And that's the end of Spirit Radio. Have a great, blessed rest of your life, everyone.
I do that all the time with the AI stuff that I create.
Oh, all right. Good thing the camera wasn't on me during all that. All right. Well, okay.
Just because
Scott
your
Vallie.
face turned a little red.
Check it out. Scott Vallie joining us. And Scott wanted to officially welcome me to Facebook jail.
He's in Facebook jail all the time.
Yeah, he said, I've been here, feels like a year. So, Scott Vallie, welcome in, my friend. And boy, I'm glad to be part of the fraternity of Facebook jailbirds now here on the show. But hey, we are here. Steph Vallie is joining us, and Steph always brings a great educational piece. And it's just a time for a little bit of education. And Steph, children are getting ready to go back to school, and you know what? There needs to be some preparation for the doggies out there. So let us know what's going on. Steph is the dog whisperer of Huntsville, used to train dogs for TDC, And I'm telling you, there's nobody that knows them more than Steph Vallie. So, Steph, what do you got for it? Good to have you back, by the way. It's been a while.
Thank you. It has been a while. The biggest thing that this time of year with the dogs, they need routine, or actually every day. Dogs need routine just like people do, just like kids do. So this is the time that if you are going to go back to school or you're going to go back to your work, teachers, that kind of thing, if the dogs are going to be left at the house more than 6 to 8 hours by themselves, if you can make arrangements, I would, for my purposes, bring them to our facility for doggy daycare. Drop off in the morning, pick up in the afternoon. But if that is not an option, then try to get a neighbor to come out and leave them out because they've had 3 months of the summer with your time and energy at home 6 to 8 hours a day, and now all of a sudden you're going to ask them to be by themselves, and that is a dangerous kind of thing. I don't know really where to look, but
over here,
what do with my hands, Ricky Bobby?
But anyway,
watch the screen.
The screen.
Yeah.
That is this time of year, getting them in a routine after 3 months of having the routine of having free run of the house, free run of the yard. So
yeah, go in and out whenever they want.
Go in and out when they want to, have multiple snacks during the day, eat lunch with us, that kind of thing. So they need to be adjusted just like a child a week or two before your life is going to go back to what we call normal. They need to start getting in a routine. One of the things that my mom used to do with us is a couple of weeks before, and this relates to dogs too, not that I'm putting the child and the dog on the same element, but mentality-wise at this age, they can adjust. Getting them about 2 weeks prior to the change, you start slowly introducing it. If you get up and leave the house at 6 a.m, then probably now would be the time to start making the dogs get up a little bit later or earlier, whatever adjusts to your time frame, feeding schedules, that kind of thing. If you're going to take them to a new place, this would be the time to interview that new place, take them for a couple of days of trial before they're going to be there all day long. It just helps everybody in the long run adjust, and the dogs adjust. And they can get themselves worried from changing and become ill just by the change. So you're trying to do it slowly where it doesn't become a big deal to them.
I'm ashamed to say that years ago, I was going on a trip. Now, I didn't do this, but I said, well, if I just leave a big old bowl of water and leave some food out there, she'll be, or she'll is my little Jenny. I said, she'll be okay for a couple of days. And I didn't think anything of it. I really didn't, because she's always outside. This dog was always outside anyways. And there was plenty of shade, and I even had a fan, and I thought, well, that'll be okay. And I'm telling you, in that moment, right after I thought that, I said, that ain't okay. You can't leave. You can't get up, even though if the dog is outside all the time. Well, I'd let her in at night or when she wanted in, but she wasn't out. But I just knew that there was something wrong about that. But I'm not judging anybody who's done it, because I thought the same thing. But dogs need companionship. They need to know that something is happening. They don't want to feel like they've just been left out in the wild and that's the end of it, right, Steph?
They need to feel that it's adjusting, and they are in a routine. And, I'm not judging anybody either, as in the sense of I have experienced everything you can possibly think of when it comes to dogs. But in our facility, the idea that they're in a secure cell area, a lot of people feel guilty when they take their dog to a boarding facility or a daycare or something like that. Oh, it feels more comfortable at home. And they'll put a camera on them, and all you're doing is watching that camera. You can't solve that problem that's in front of that dog at that moment.
Yeah.
So you're at work, and you're not going to be able to get back there for 8 hours, and you're watching your dog dump over its water bowl or something like that. So in a facility like ours, they are in a safe, secure environment, and people are coming in and out all the time checking on them.
There's always someone checking.
Yeah, there's always somebody checking on them.
And that might make a new friend.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and they need activity. And then when you get off work, they come home, they're going to sleep. That's the whole goal of a daycare or a dog.
Like a child.
They're going to sleep. And so it makes your night better in the long run. But it's all routine, and changing the routine on them just like a child needs to happen gradually, not just, oh, I've got to go back to work tomorrow. I'm going to take my dog to the daycare tomorrow, and it's never been there. So you want to make it routine.
Jason, I don't know about you, but when she's talking and she's saying, you know, the goal is when you get them back, they'll sleep, you know, they'll just become that. I'm sitting there thinking, man, this would be nice for my children. I'll just,
I could see those wheels turning in your brain. He's going, man, maybe I could pick them up from daycare and then, you know, take them over to Steph's for a couple hours and
take them over here, take them over there, wherever.
You know, wear them out that way that they're ready for bed.
You know what I need to do is build a dog run in the backyard for them. You know, there we go.
My mom used to give me a hard time when my son was a toddler that he would go in, the dogs would be in the crate, that my son would go in and let the dogs out and then play in the crate. And she would get so upset because I've got the child in a crate. I didn't put him there. He liked playing in that crate.
Well, you know, my grandson, he's been known to get in the dog crates.
Oh, they love it.
You know, it's just like a fort to him.
Yeah. Yeah, and my grandchildren staying with us right now, they just love the idea that they can tell the dog to get in the crate and get out of the crate and open the doors and sit and stay and all that stuff. It gives them power.
All right. Well, I got something for y'all. Okay.
All right.
So the whole message: take care of the pups. Make sure that they're protected during the summer, and be mindful of the routines. Let them be around people, and take care of them. I got something for you, Steph.
Okay.
And Jason, if you want to chime in on this is really important this morning. I always hear the phrase, "Oh, it's the dog days of summer." You know where that came from?
No, I don't.
I did a little research here, and I don't just type in something and then just say that's it. I actually look into the research, try to find some somewhat scholarly sources. That's one thing I learned in college, Jason. Believe it or not, I learned scholarly sources. You know, scholarly sources.
You learned that in English class.
Yeah. The phrase "dog days of summer" comes from ancient Greek and Roman astronomy.
Okay.
Not from panting pets.
Okay.
It specifically refers to Sirius, the dog star. And I started thinking, why is Sirius XM Radio have a dog for a logo?
Oh.
There you go. Sirius, the dog star. It's the brightest star in the constellation Canis Major, which also stands for the greatest dog.
Oh, I didn't know that. I definitely learned something. Yes, that is.
There's an ancient history that thousands of years ago, ancient sky watcher, and this is from farmersalmanac.com. You know the Farmer's Almanac. These guys,
really.
You know, they've been getting it wrong for 200 years. They're great. Sorry, someone just got really upset. They're like, boy, you don't know about the Farmer's. I'm sorry, but I used to read the Farmer, and it was never, I would get excited because we grew up in Central Texas, and it'd always tell me that we were going to get snow in the Austin area. We never got snow. So I developed a very strong, you know, what's the word?
40 years ago, you probably got snow a little more often than you do now.
Well, it never was right for me. And so, and I think the Farmer's Almanac that we got was like a fake one. You know, it was like a satire.
The fake one?
Yeah, it was the Sun News Weekly version of it. Mm-hmm. But the Roman, here it is, thousands of years ago, ancient sky watchers noticed that Sirius, the dog constellation, rose in the sky right alongside the sun during the sweltering stretch of mid-summer. And so the Romans called this period Dies Caniclarius. I can't even pronounce that. Days of the dog star. Because Sirius is so brilliant, they mistakenly believed its extra light added physical heat to the sun, causing the year's most scorching temperatures. The Greek connection, they called the star Sirius also, meaning scorching or glowing. They blamed the star for bringing bad luck, droughts, fevers, and making dogs go mad with heat. And so there you go, the dog days of summer.
Is that what we're in right now?
Yeah, this is
August.
Steph, this is why we do.
I know that.
This is why we do this show. It's very important that we bring these things to the people. They need to know.
Yes.
That is invaluable information that everybody needed to know today.
We want to create chatter on this that people will go about their day and they'll be at a meeting later. Hey, man, about the dog days of summer, I was listening to Spirit 94.3, and boy, I learned about those mad dogs and all the heat that it caused, and there you go. So.
Well, to be on the serious side, we do need to really pay attention to heat with the dogs.
1 second, though.
What?
I have to do this, Steph, because you said to be on the serious side. No pun intended. But anyways, yeah, because but the serious side, yes. Tell us again, Steph.
Well, I mean, this part of the summer is we all feel like June and July was incredibly hot, but August to me is the hottest month of the year, and we really need to pay attention to us personally, humans, but also our dogs in the heat. Just because they have shade, especially in Texas or any of the real hot states, just because they have shade doesn't mean that they are not hot. They feel through their pads. When their pads get hot, and that's their way to cool themselves off and all that kind of thing, they really need to pay attention to walking on concrete and all of those places.
Especially asphalt.
Asphalt, concrete. Yeah, asphalt can stick to it, to stick to their pads. The concrete, even at the kennel, when I leave the evening, because my dogs come with me every day, when I'm walking up the driveway, I make sure that that piece of concrete's not in the direct sun, just that short period that I walk to the house. So being real careful. And it shouldn't have to be said, but we do have to say it. Don't leave your dogs or your children unattended in a vehicle in the heat of the summer.
These are things that I know most of us are hearing and we're saying, well, that's common sense. But you know what? Common sense, my grandfather taught me this, is an uncommon thing.
Yeah.
And whether it's intentional or not, sometimes we just get wrapped up in doing so much that we forget.
Yes.
Some tragic news yesterday out of the San Antonio area. There was an Amber Alert the other night, a little 2-year-old girl. When they found her, and unfortunately she had perished, and it wasn't anything malicious. They don't believe. She just got out of her parents' sight just for a few moments, and they found her just a little bit later. And you never know, and that's why it is so important to be mindful of our children. Yes. Obviously, to always be there. I'll never judge a parent. If accidents happen. I know a story of a country music singer that. His little boy lived in Georgetown, lost his little boy. They just turned around just for a second. Little boy drowned in the back of their pool, and a well-known guy too. And it's tough, but that's these things that we hear and we say, well, they're common sense. We know not to walk our dogs on a hot parking lot or leave them in a car. We say these things over and over to keep it fresh on the top of your mind. Because the more that it's just like marketing and advertising, the more that you hear about something, the more that you think about it. And the more that you think about it, unconsciously, it's in your subconscious. I don't want to say unconscious, but subconsciously, the more we hear things, the more that we are mindful of it, whether we believe it or not. Yeah. And so this morning, be mindful of your pets. That's why it's so important that we have someone like Steph Vallie in our community who is the dog whisperer. She knows better than anybody. And we appreciate you for being here this morning, Steph. So thank you for those updates.
Yeah. One of the things over my career with dogs, the one dog that I have never attempted to train is a cadaver dog, and which is a dog that finds deceased people. And mainly because one of the first years I was working with the state, we got called out to do a search. And our dogs were narcotic dogs. They were not trained on anything like that. But when you have a highly trained dog that is trained to smell and find objects for you, you can usually switch them in a very short period of time to find whatever you ask them to find. And this particular time was a child was missing. And we didn't find him, but they found the child. The dogs found the pattern, but they didn't find the actual child. Yeah. And that was something that I will never want to experience again. And so, and I feel for the handlers that have to do that.
Yeah. Well, hey,
it's a tough job.
Well, this morning, be mindful, and it all goes back to just being mindful and being thankful for all the goodness that we do have around. There's a lot of people going through a lot, and we want to hopefully be a little bit of an encouragement and in some way be a blessing to people out there over the radio airwaves here in our community. Well, hey, we're going to take a break. We're going to go back to music and programming here on Spirit 94.3. If you'd like to hang out with us, we're on YouTube. So come back with us, hang out with us on YouTube, because we will continue the discussion this morning. We got a lot more to talk about. We'll do it on social media. You can go to Hello Huntsville on YouTube as we continue. But for the rest of you, have a blessed day. And we'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. It's Good Morning Huntsville right here, ending on Spirit 94.3, but continuing on Hello Huntsville YouTube. Thank you, Steph.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
Hello, Huntsville. Imagine giving a Walker County child a brand new book every month from birth until age 5 at no cost to the family. Tomorrow's Promise Educational Foundation makes that possible through the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Help us keep the books coming by joining us for Lasso Your Imagination, Boots Barbecue and Bingo, Friday, September 11th at the fairgrounds. Enjoy dinner, bingo, auctions, entertainment, and a night that supports local children. Learn more at yourimagination.info.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hey friends, this is Rob Hipp, and I'm here to talk about a true expert in the real estate world. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Coleman of the Coleman Realty Group.
With 33 years in the business, I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams come true. Specializing in residential properties, I serve Walker and Montgomery counties, from Spring to Trinity and areas all around.
They call her your next door agent, and here's why.
I'm not just here to help you find a home or lease a property. I'm here to build lifelong relationships, whether it's residential or commercial, farm or ranch listings, there's something for everyone.
Now you might wonder, what sets Terry apart from other real estate agents? Well, it's simple. She goes above and beyond for her clients, like the time she surprised a family from California with a fully decorated Christmas tree and gifts when they returned from closing. You shouldn't have to compromise on the joys of home during life-changing moments. So, if you're ready to make your real estate dreams come true, here's what you need to do.
Visit my website at myrealtorterry.com and let's make those dreams a reality.
That's Terry Coleman, your expert in all things real estate.
I'm Terry Coleman, your next door agent, and I can't wait to help you open the door to your new life.
Are you ready for a better way to bank? Join Walker County Federal Credit Union today. As a member, you'll enjoy low-cost loans, no annual fees, and easy online access. We're not just a credit union. We're a community dedicated to your financial success. Experience friendly service tailored for just you. Why wait? Join us online at walkercountyfcu.com or drop by our location at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Morning, everyone. Josh Mashi here with a quick Huntsville area weather update for this Tuesday. Today should bring sunny skies with highs in the upper 90s near 98, with the heat index running near 103. Tonight, mostly clear with lows in the mid 70s, right around 76. For Wednesday, expect sunny and a high near 96. Might want to keep some water handy today. Take care out there.
From Huntsville, Texas, hope lives here. Spirit 94.3.
All right, we got that weather fixed. We got the weather fixed, Jason.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah. Highs in the upper 90s near 98. Heat index near 103.
Man, I was hoping it was going to be high near 76, to be honest.
Nice.
That would have been a pretty good day to be outside.
That'd be nice.
That'd have been like, I don't think I'm feeling good, man. I think
we had
need
Josh
to go home.
Well, we had Josh re-record it real quick. You know, we sent him a message while he's out in Oklahoma or wherever he's at. So he re-recorded it, sent it to us real quick during that break. And the deal was, I programmed it in a way to where it tries to separate the time between AM and PM. And for some reason, the National Weather Service doesn't update their next day forecast right at midnight like I thought they would. Mm-hmm. And so it was pulling the morning. It got confused and thought that the morning was the low because the National Weather Service didn't update their forecast until 5 a.m. Well, our latest update on that was at 4:50. So there you go. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Well, Steph Vallie is joining us. Magnolia Kennel. We'll chat with her a little bit more here in just a few moments. Over the FM, we don't really talk and can't talk business, but on the social media we can, and that's why she just wanted to give a segment a little bit ago, just some education. But we'll talk with Steph a little bit more about what's going on at the kennel here in a few moments. I do want to give a thank you to Elliott's Jewelers for all of your jewelry needs here in Walker County and throughout Huntsville. Go by and see my great friend. It's Elliott Herzlich. He has been here. He'll take care of your needs. He's been doing it for a long time, and he helps us to promote the positive things happening here in our community. And you can find out more information on his website at elliotsjewelers.com. Again, Elliott Herzlich from Elliott's Jewelers for all of your jewelry needs. Set up the appointment online and go by and see him. Also want to give a big thank you to Huntsville Memorial Hospital for healthcare in Walker County. They're doing it, and they're right off I-45. Go by and see our friends the next time you need something related to healthcare. They're there to take care of this community and this county. Their website is huntsvillememorial.com. And, of course, here on this tactical, terrific Tuesday, couldn't do it without our friend Jason Thompson, Guardian Defense, LLC.com, Guardian Defense for all things personal safety. It is good to see you. Steph made a comment earlier. You haven't been in here since the transition, since the news. You haven't been in the new studio.
I've been in here physically, but not interviewed, so it's a little bit difficult.
She hadn't been on the air.
Yeah, I haven't been on the air.
I think you're doing great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you know Rob forgot to turn the light on?
Oh, that's why it was so dark in here.
Yeah, you forgot to do the light.
Well, see, that's what happens, but it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now.
The ring light.
Yeah, the ring light right there.
Yeah, I was wondering because it was a little dark over there, Jason. But it's okay. It looks fine.
Yeah. Don't feel bad because Josh and I forgot it, when you were on vacation.
But you're blending in, so you got the black shirt on. You're blending in.
Yeah, all I see is a little head floating around with it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's fine. That's kind of like whenever I'm sitting for a lecture and they do that like AI background, your professors on webcam, and they put that AI background and they move around and it shifts and different colors. And I'm like, I don't care if there's a bookshelf behind you or, or whatever. Just get that fake stuff off.
Yeah.
I don't need the Disney castle
and it always looks really bad too.
Or portray that you're in this, uptown, highfalutin loft space and
I like the ones that you look at and they're in like a closet. You can tell they're in this little box because they don't want you to see the rest of their house.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I look at it this way. My house is lived in, okay?
Yeah.
It's not a showpiece. It's lived in.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he's turning on TVs.
Yeah.
He's going to push buttons.
Hold on. We'll have Steph here in just a second. Hold on.
We're going to put me in an AI.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, here. So you were talking about that affluent whatever, Jason?
Yeah. The affluent.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Look,
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah, see, it's always terrible too, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah. Where you have the background. And then Steph, she's kind of fading in and out. Yeah.
I'm a ghost.
There you go. So yeah,
the spirit of Steph Vallie,
Magnolia Kennel. All right,
sure why there's not any dogs running around.
All right, let me take.
Give him a second. He'll probably figure it out.
Yeah, let's take that off. We can even blur out the background too. See, the blur don't look too bad. See that? But why would I want the background blurred?
Right.
I don't know. If you're going to use that stuff, make sure you got the proper lighting and all that, please, because I'm telling you, whenever you don't have it, it looks terrible. Mm-hmm. So, well, Steph is here, Magnolia Kennel. Steph, what's been going on at the kennel? It's, we're so glad to have you back on. I told you just come by and hang out. I wanted you to come. We always enjoyed having you. You always brought us great gifts, and I said we need Steph back in, and we needed it this morning, Jason.
We did.
Yeah,
we both. I can tell. I know I feel better. Visiting with Steph. She just brings this energy in that really changed how I know my mood, and I'm sure yours as well.
Yeah, because I came in with
Well, yeah, I could tell that by the text messages. Hey, brother, this is what's going on, and I'm like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So, well,
Steph, tell us what's going on.
To have as much positive energy as I can when I'm out in public. Now, you don't want to catch me on an off day at home. But
yeah. Well, give us some updates. What's happening at the kennel these days?
It has been a wonderful summer. It really, I hate to say it like past tense because, we've got winding down. What, did the kids start the 12th here? Or 18th?
16th or 18th.
Yeah, they started.
But New Waverly starts next week on the 10th.
Yeah.
Wow.
They started football already, their Monday practice and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, from the kennel point of view, the last 2 weeks will be very busy because, people are getting in those last 2 weeks before school starts. But it's been a wonderful summer. I have put some boundaries on myself this summer, has made my attitude a lot better, which I hope has influenced the clients and helped the clients feel the changes. Some of them are probably good for me and not so good for the clients, but it makes in the long run, makes me have to do less paperwork and puts the responsibility back on them. But it has been a nonstop summer. It's been a atypical summer. And compared to last summer, which a lot of people don't know this, but I almost lost my life last summer. I almost died. And when that happened, when I came out of it, I was a different person, I think. I started putting boundaries in place to make me feel much more relaxed, and
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
120%.
Yeah, boundaries are important, and I am in the middle of writing a manuscript for hopefully when I retire to publish on the life at a kennel in 30 years. But that's one of the things that I have noticed, that writing stuff down compared to the way I started the business and the way I'm finishing the business, the boundaries are definitely the biggest change.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you start a business, you're always yes to everything. And now you realize that a lot of your energy is gone because you're saying yes to too many other people. So,
Yeah.
I can totally agree with that.
yeah. But the kennel business itself, I can't go wrong. I mean, it's a great income and a great life.
Are you looking, I know you find good people and then those good people, they have great opportunities and they move on. Are you looking, you had a wonderful young lady that worked there, but of course she was moving on.
Yes.
She was a young lady, college girl, and, she's got her whole life ahead of her.
And she's doing wonderful. I keep in touch with her. Not everybody, but the majority of the young women, and that's I say women because I've only ever had one guy that worked at the kennel, and
may have two soon. May have me.
They have moved on to be professional women, and it is. I keep in touch with them. Like one of my first employees that I really, really enjoyed working with. She is now going to be a mother tomorrow.
Wow.
They are having their first child tomorrow. So it's great. It really is great.
Maybe I need to bring Pork Chop over there because, he's quite the animal whisperer around my house. No, I'm serious. Okay.
How old is Pork Chop?
He is 5.
Okay. See, my grandson is 4, so we definitely need to get them together.
So the funny thing is we have chickens, okay? And that little joker, and we have like probably 15 chickens or so. He can go out there and pick up any one of them he wants, and he waggles them around like a dog.
Yeah. Well,
And he does the same with small dogs, but anything animal, he's way into it, and I'm like, maybe we have a future dog whisperer.
I'm sure you do, because to be honest with you, the first animal I ever trained was a rooster. So you probably have the making of it.
Well, and I'm just saying, and he is. He got so upset yesterday at his daddy. So he was on his way over to Grandma's house for supper. Okay. And in the middle of him walking by, he comes over and hands me his prized possession, his berry. He said, "Papa, can you hold Barry?" So I just took the head of it, stuck it in my pocket so it could just kind of hang there.
Okay.
And he takes off across the yard, and he's not 3 feet from a chicken. And Kyle goes, "Don't you dare pick up a chicken right now. You're fixing to eat supper." He got so upset. Because that's what he wants to do, like in the evenings.
Carries them around.
He just wants to carry them around, and they let him. They're like no big deal. They look at you now. I'm going, their brains are small, but I'm sure that chicken's going, really not again. All I want to do is eat bugs.
Yeah, my grandson, since they're staying with us right now, he thinks he is now the dog trainer because, R2 will listen and sit and stay and all that kind of stuff. So he thinks it's his job to tell him to stay and lead them in and out of the crates. And yeah.
And all he wants is he wants to pet my little chihuahua, and she can't stand it. She has never in her life really, gotten along with kids. I don't know why, but she has her people, and that's just it. She's 14 years old, so I get it.
Yeah, yeah. Have to respect her boundaries. She's got a reasoning behind it.
Well, Steph, how can folks connect with you? Maybe there's somebody out there, and I know you need plenty of advance. You guys are always busy, which is a great thing, but how can people connect with you? Let them know a little bit about how to schedule the appointment, the services, those kind of things.
The only way right now that we're doing it for the boundaries issue is everything must be done through our website or our app, magnoliakennel.com. And on that website, there's a button that makes you can make your own reservations, and there's an app there that you can download if you feel more comfortable with the app. But it is a process the first time you board with us because there's a lot of paperwork to fill out. But once that paperwork is filled out, then it's usually just a click, 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 and we're over with. So the first time you do it, it takes 15-20 minutes, then after that, you choose the time and the dates that you drop off and pick up by what the computer offers you. So like I tell people, if you're trying to pick up at 2:00 on a Sunday, that's not going to happen because we're not available for drop off and pick up on a 2:00 on a Sunday. So the computer's not even going to offer you that. But it is basically a appointment basis drop off and pick up. So by the hours that we offer, you pick your time. Now I'm not one of these people that says, oh, you made an appointment at 10 a.m. You have to be there at 10 a.m. As long as it's within a reasonable amount of time, 10, 20 minutes, it's not a big deal. But like I was given an example yesterday, I had a lady that called me one day at 5:30 and we close officially at 6. And she said she was on her way. And I don't know what possessed me, but I asked her where she was coming from. And she said, Galveston, Texas.
You ain't going to be there.
You ain't going to be there. But she expected me to wait. Well, that's one of the boundary things that we've gotten much tighter on. I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait till the next day. So the best way to do it is through the website. You're welcome to call me to ask questions, and I'll give you the best answers I can. Better to make an appointment to come by and tour the facility. Do not, on the day that you drop off, we will not allow you in the back because it's too upsetting for the dogs and you. So if you want a tour, not a problem. Just make a well in advance appointment for that.
Steph and Jason, I'm on the way. And Steph goes, where are you coming from? And I say, Puerto Vallarta. I'll be there in 17 hours.
That's one of the things that I have noticed the pattern in the last couple of summers is you always need a backup plan because y'all have people that will go to London and get stuck in London for 2 days extra because the airlines are not as reliable as they used to. Or it can be simply they flew to Dallas and it takes them, their plane got delayed or something. So backup plans are important.
Well, it's good. Well, there she is, Steph Vallie, Magnolia Kennel, online, magnoliakennel.com. We appreciate Steph. And Steph has been such a blessing to this program for many years and also on Spirit Radio. And we appreciate her and Scott and just their investment in this community and also just everything that they do. You guys have been awesome. And so thank y'all. And thank you for coming. I invited you. I said, Steph, come on. I said, you don't have to sponsor all the time to come on the show. So come on and be a part of it. And we just wanted you because we missed you. And we always appreciate you being here and hanging out with us and giving us some education that we needed today about our furry friends. So thank you, Steph.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, hey, do you have about 10 more minutes, Steph?
Sure.
Because we ain't going to let you out of here.
We're just going to go look at wood for Scott's projects.
Okay. Well, first, we're going to put Jason up against the dog whisperer because
It's Family Feud time!
Family Feud time.
It's Family Feud time!
All right.
We're playing Family Feud.
Oh, we're playing
Family Feud. And if you got the answer, whoever hits their buzzer first.
Oh, I always wanted to play this.
Well, and we're on.
Guess what?
And today, Steph, it's right up your alley.
Okay.
Oh,
Jason,
Lord.
it's dog edition of Family Feud.
Well, you need to throw some firearms in there, too.
Well,
No, it's usually one subject.
No, it's okay because Jason can get these too. So I'm not playing. This is the first time that I've not been able to play, and I'm okay with that. I get to host this today. And so whoever hits their buzzer first, I will point at you. I'll pick who it was, and you guess. And if you get the number one answer, how does Josh...
Well, he just gives you the points you earn generally. So if you get the number one answer, then you get those points. But if somebody doesn't get the number one answer, then however many points you do get, whether you're both people, he writes that down.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay. So if you get the number one answer,
what do we get if we win?
Well, you get a pat on the back.
You get a pat on the back.
Yeah.
There's no money. Yeah. Well, I mean, you could have brought some in.
I probably have some somewhere.
You just get a clap and a thank you and the joy of knowing that you won, Steph.
Okay.
Bragging rights.
Oh, bragging.
All right. Well, here we go, everybody. So get ready for this. Here we go. And we are starting it, the Family Feud Dog Edition.
Okay.
Question number 1. We got 10 of them, Jason. I'm gonna sit up a little bit in this chair over here.
Sit up over there, man.
Question number 1. Name, and if you think you know the answer before I finish the sentence, if you want to be first, you hit it.
Just like on Family.
Test your buzzers real quick. Okay. There we go.
So how do you turn them off?
They just make
go
a sound.
off. Okay.
All right, here we go. Name something dogs love to chase. Jason.
Cats.
That is one of the answers for 15 points, but it's the number 3 answer. Steph.
Squirrels.
Squirrel is the number 2 answer, 25 points.
All right.
So good job, Steph. The number 1 answer, by the way, ball. Ball, the number 1 answer. And so
Stephanie gets it.
Yep. So Steph got that one. And Jason, you said cat for 15.
Okay.
All right. Number 2. Number 2. We're talking dogs. Name something a dog might bark at. Steph.
Strangers.
Number 1 answer. Stranger.
Yeah, they're gonna bark at stranger. My dogs bark at me just when I come home.
Hey, and I was very happy with Steph because her hand wasn't even on the buzzer like Jason's, and she still got there fast enough. Jason, okay?
Oh, I know.
All right, question number 3. This is where it starts to get a little more difficult. This is where the dog whisperer may come in. Question number 3. Name a popular dog breed. Steph.
Frenchies are the number 1 this year.
Not on my list.
Okay.
I'm going to go with lab.
Yeah.
Lab, number 1 answer. Jason
The last 3 years, they've been back and forth, Frenchies and labs.
For 24 points, number 1 answer, lab. Golden Retriever was there, German Shepherd, Bulldog, Poodle, Beagle, and Chihuahua. So those are your answers. All right, number 4. Name something you buy for a new puppy. Jason.
Puppy food.
Number 1 answer, dog food for 25 points. Collar was the number 2 answer. Crate was there at the bottom, by the way. Question number 5. Name something's dog. And Steph, I'm going to give you a little, you may want to keep your finger on the buzzer, however you feel comfortable. Name something dogs do that annoys their owners. Stephanie.
Barks at strangers.
Number 1 answer. Number 1 answer, 28 points. Yes. Barking too much. Chewing things was there. Have accidents, dig holes, shed hair, and beg for food was the last one. Number 6. Name a trick that people teach. Steph.
Begging.
Begging?
You know, like for food or something like that. Begging.
You know what's weird is I would think that too, but that's not even on the list.
Really?
No, not on the list.
I'm gonna go shake hands.
Shake hands, number 2 answer. Number 2. Do you want to try one other one, Steph?
No.
Okay.
Was it like sit?
Sit was the number 1 answer.
That's not a trick.
That's just a command.
That's a behavior. That's a trick. That's not a trick.
And see, to us undog whispers, to me, that would be a trick. See, I'm learning from Steph as we go here. All right, 22 points awarded to Jason. Number 2 answer was shake. Question number 7. We got 4 more here. Name something a dog might bury. Stephanie.
Bone.
Bone, number 1 answer. 46 points for the dog whisperer.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, a toy. The last one on the list, something stolen. That's pretty funny. All right, question number 8. Name a place people take their dogs.
A veterinarian.
Veterinary, number 2 answer.
Okay.
Number 2 answer. Jason?
Take them to the kennel? I don't know.
Nope, not on there. The number 1 answer, dog park. Number 3. See, I almost, when I read that, I said Magnolia Kennel was my number 1 answer.
Yeah.
So 25 points for Steph. Just a couple more here. Name something dogs are afraid of.
Thunder.
Thunder, number 1 answer. Number 2, you probably know this one.
Come on with it.
Fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 answer, fireworks. Vacuum cleaner was on the
noises.
list. Veterinarian, strangers, and bath time were all on there as well. All right, and the last and final question. Number 10. Name something a dog does when it is happy. Steph.
Wags its tail.
Wags its tail, number 1 answer.
That was a gimme.
All right.
What if it doesn't have a tail?
That was fun.
It could wag its stub, I guess.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Mine they just shake their booties.
My Doberman Pinscher, it wags like crazy. Her little nub.
All right. Well, Jason, in a game where Jason at first thought he had some momentum. The biggest win ever in the history of Family Feud, and the biggest loss ever in Family Feud. If we would have just made it about tactical things, firearms.
We could have made it related to dogs and.
I don't know if those two go together. Well, personal safety, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, I'm sorry to say, 86 points. I'm very sorry.
I do have a question.
But Steph, 227 points, our winner. Steph won by 141 points.
I do have a question for.
Sure.
Do you know Do you know why dogs are taught to heel on the left-hand side?
I didn't even know that.
Because most people are right-handed in case they're shooting a gun.
The dog training came back to police officers. That's where it really got popular, and it's their weakest side. So so they put them on the left side. Very good.
I had no idea.
The non-dominant side.
Yes.
See, and I'm left-handed, so I guess I'm just
But
whatever.
you can teach a dog to heel on either side. That's when I used to train. When I used to do group lessons, people would say, "Well, it has to be on the left side." No, if you want it on the right side, you can switch it. It's just a matter of you getting used to it being on that side.
Well, there you go. Jason knew, I didn't, and so 0 points awarded to me, 100 to Jason. Jason, you won by 100.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Well, hey, before we wrap up, real quick, Steph, thank you for being here with us. We're just going to wrap up the show right here on this segment. It is a little bit after 9 o'clock. But Jason, briefly, just what's going on at Guardian Defense, man? I want to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to all things personal safety, my friend.
Well, it's that time of year. It's called the dog days of summer. And my range is outside. So most folks don't want to come out when it's this warm. So that's what's going on. But we're still available.
Online, GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Schedule your appointment and head out there. Steph, any final comments? Thanks for hanging out. Come back and hang out with us again. This has been fun.
Sure.
So any final comments before we go today?
Just try to stay as cool as possible.
All right. Yeah, try to do it. Well, that will wrap it up here on a Tactical Tuesday. Thank y'all so much. Thanks, Steph. And Jason, always good to see you, brother. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Our friends from Walker County Federal Credit Union, Taylor Chandler, joining us as we continue promoting and celebrating the good happening here in Huntsville. Hey, I love you guys. It's always fun to be here. And as I end every show, reminding you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there needs you. Until then, good morning and God bless. We'll see you back at 7:30 mañana. See you, Jason and Steph. Thank y'all for being here.